You guys, I'm going to start just with a little injury update if I can. That way you guys got the information heading into Saturday. Talked about Leighton Nelson on Tuesday. He's day-to-day questionable for the game. Linus Sunk yesterday, upper body, he'll be day-to-day questionable for the game. Junior Azibu, day-to-day questionable for the game. He's practiced this week. He wasn't able to practice today, so we'll see how he's feeling tomorrow. And then Martel Height today. Think he's going to be all right, but also wasn't able to finish, so questionable day-to-day. I expect some of those guys to be with us, and then the rest of them hopefully to be ready for next week, but wanted just to provide that update. And now I'm open to questions.
So is Agu still out?
Yeah, Agu will be out. He's come back to practice, and so he's trending to be ready to go next week. Now, I always say that. I want to leave myself room to retract, but everything to me right now tells me he'll be back at it in earnest on Monday, practicing Tuesday, and rolling.
You mentioned on Saturday that you were disappointed that the energy waned. Is that just a mentality thing, and how confident are you that that gets fixed on Saturday?
Well, I mean, we've spent a lot of time on it. I think energy is maybe the wrong way to put it, even though those are my words. I think it's maintaining a focus on us, on our own process, and not offloading energy to the opponent or to the situation or circumstances of the game. So there were flashes of good play. We started strong, and an immature team at the point at which you start to build a lead relaxes, right? And so our energy becomes distracted, and we want it to be focused on our performance and a dominant performance for 4 quarters. And that's where there was a little too much push and pull on Saturday. We want to have a team that steps onto the field and constantly is in a position to dictate the energy. And so that's kind of where that comes from. We talked a ton about it this week. I think the work on the field's been really good in terms of, again, the focus and the energy level. But just like every week, we have to actualize it Saturday. We can say what we want now, but on Saturday we've got to make it happen.
Having relied mostly on the 3 corners last week, if Martel's not able to go, who are the next men up at that position?
Yeah, we obviously feel really good about Trudell Berry and what he's contributed, and he'll be a part of that conversation. I think with Davion Walker, we got to give him time to continue to mature in the position. It's obviously as we know, and we've talked, a lot about play in the secondary and play at corner. It is an island, and you are on display for everyone every snap, and so we want to make sure he feels confident when we put him out there. But he's been with that group and has done a nice job. And then Gumbo Gaskins would be the other, where he's a guy that was injured in camp, has come back from that injury, and he's a guy that'll be ready if we need him.
And then is Ugo still out?
He is, but he's returned to practice. I think there's a chance that he would be available for Saturday, because he's just getting back from injury. We probably will, not put him out there, but he's in good position and has had a nice week of practice.
What does a successful Saturday look like for that secondary in your mind?
Well, it's not results. So it's not me talking about not giving up any big touchdowns or me talking about a certain pass yardage. I think for those guys, it's just, are my eyes in the right spot? Am I in my technique? Am I problem solving on the field? And do I have the ability to recover when things don't go well? Because they won't. There's going to be times where this team's going to hit a shot, and this team's going to be able to move the ball and get the ball into space. We have to be resilient and tough-minded, and that's what I want to see from them. And they are. I think on the whole, against Hawaii, they did bounce back. I kind of, in the press conference, went through all the explosive passes. Those are things that are going to happen. I'd love to see refined technique and fundamental play where we've shown progress from Waco. I'd like to see refined play within structure. And then, inevitably, it's those tightly contested plays. We got a flag on one. One was complete on Mahoney on the inside fade. It's going to be random variability at times. But if we're in good position, we're going to be able to play the ball too. And over time, those finishes will even out.
The Big Ten recently mandated that coaches provide injury reports because of gambling. And, what do you think about that and the idea that, providing injuries and because of the rise of gambling, the Iowa scandal and all of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a couple of traditions that we hang on to as coaches that are meant for a different era. I think the spirit of being open and sharing information to me is just about, really us maintaining a focus on what matters and what impacts winning. And yeah, sometimes, at certain positions, holding on or holding out hope that someone might be available, you can gain an advantage that way. But to me, it's my responsibility to make sure the focus is on the play on Saturday and not on whatever kind of side, head games are going on. And so that's what transparency means to me. It's just performing in my role in a way that allows the focus to be on the play on the field in support of the players. That's not a comment on what the Big Ten has done or hadn't done. It's just what I believe about the nature of, disclosing injuries.
With kind of the interesting looks Alabama A&M will give you, what makes them so difficult to prepare for?
It's multiplicity in every phase. So, and they have good players. So, it's tempo on offense and multiple personnel groupings, and they have all the shot plays, that you'll ever want to defend. And the quarterback they named as a starter is a good player and has had success on big stages before. And so, offensively, they're gonna put pressure on you with tempo. They're gonna be multiple in formation. They're gonna take the shots off their play action game, and that's how they stress you out. Getting the ball into space, right? Defensively, it's every imaginable defensive shift you could dream up. And I mean, like I said in the press conference, that times their defensive line will line up as linebackers and they'll shift down to the line and the linebackers will shift back. It's shifting the defensive line right and pulling a rusher from the right side and then doing the same thing left and left side. They can throw you off in your own focus and concentration and your operation offensively, but also when you're that multiple, it tests your systems of communication and execution. So they're pressuring from those looks, they're moving from those looks. Are we on the same page up front? Do we know who the point is? Have we ID'd the front the right way? And are we collecting the movement and having a chance to get off successful offensive plays? And any team, it doesn't matter who you are, you move, you shift, you blitz, you do those things a lot, you're gonna have negative plays. They're gonna create negative plays. But you're also, if you have a really good execution system on the other side, you have a chance to create explosive plays too. That's gonna be our challenge. And it's not just about only creating the explosive, it's about what is our counterbalance, what is our mindset when they do get a negative play. Offensively, on Saturday when it was good, we had success. When we got off track, we got behind and ended up punting. In this game, I'd like to see us bounce back and be a little more resilient. And also, I'd like to see us pick up the movement and create some explosives in the run game too.
How excited are you about London Humphreys over there?
Really excited. Yeah, he's been every once in a while you get a freshman that you feel like you're coaching an older player, and he's one of those. Now, anytime you're playing a freshman, there are going to be mistakes, and we have to be patient with his development too. But obviously, for him to get a great start in the game Saturday, and then excited for him to get more touches this weekend too, and just he'll build over the course of the year. I think a great freshman campaign and what will be the start of a great career.
All set?
Good. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.